Hello everyone and welcome to SWE's Bloodsport tournament. This is night number 1. 4 of our new Bloodsport type matches, all in round 1 of our tournament, live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And here we go then, the very first match in our Bloodsport tournament. Now, we've got specific rules for this one. All the matches will take place inside a steel cage. The only way to win is by knockout or submission. No pinfalls, no escapes. You literally have to knock your opponent out or you have to pin them. Butterbean here making his debut, I believe. Let's have a quick double check. Yep, he's not currently on our rankings at all. Vader, though, is on -3, so this is a big one for him. But Butterbean is getting a good, strong start here, slamming the back of Vader. And, I mean, this is an opportunity. I didn't know we'd ever really... who would ever thought we'd be using Butterbean? But, obviously, this is similar to the classic Brawl for All as well. So we're definitely looking to utilise a bit of fun from that. And of course Butterbean came into a WWF, I think, after Brawl for All, wasn't it? When they decided to put Bart Gunn up against an actual boxer. That was a great idea, wasn't it? Well done, Vince Russo. As Big Van Vader there, big reverse suplex. And I don't know who's got the advantage here. I mean, Vader is much more used to being inside a wrestling ring, whereas Butterbean is an actual boxer. Well, was an actual boxer. Vader now taking Butterbean up. And he's going to powerbomb him into the cage. Wow. And that's the big advantage of having that cage, is you can use it to your advantage. And this is, like I said, this is very interesting, very different to what Butterbean is used to. He's used to just straight up boxing and punching, but Vader really throwing something completely different at Butterbean that he wouldn't really be used to. So Vader now has Butterbean grounded. Butterbean chopping away at the leg there. Butterbean now wrenching back, trying to do his best. I'm sure Butterbean has never really... well, Butterbean has never really had to do submissions, has he? He's a boxer. You don't do submissions in boxing, do you, really? But here he is with a big clubbing blows against the back. And Butterbean went for a big, hard strike there, and you saw Vader was able to slap it away. And now Vader raking the arm across the face. And Vader looking for the big leg drop. As Butterbean now has Vader throttled. I know, oh my god, what a strike in the gut. And a big discus strike as well, but Vader still moving. He's not out yet. Butterbean slamming the back of Vader's head into the mat now. But Vader still stirring. This match continues. Oh my god, look at the strength of Butterbean. Oh my god, Butterbean, the strength. And this could get stopped at some point here, couldn't it? Really? End of days now as well. And Butterbean gets the win. Butterbean wins the first round via knockout here. Wow. Butterbean gets round 1 via knockout and eliminates Vader, which is going to move Butterbean up to a +1 in our rankings. And Vader is going to move down to a -4. Wow. That was Vader's first match of the year. He drops to -4. Right, let's move on to our second match. And here we go, then we are underway with the Bruiserweight himself, Mr. Pete Dunne. Going up against, of course, the maniacal madman known as Jack Gallagher. Nice. And this could be an interesting one for Dunne. I mean, he is looking very, very good so far in the rankings, isn't he? Really dominated quite a large portion of last year. Well, what? I'm confused. Okay, no. It's alright, my bad. What? Sorry, my ranking screen has crashed a little bit and I'm getting a bit confused. I do apologise. Right. Okay. We're all good. Jack Gallagher now, big elbow in the back of the head and stamping on their hands. Now before wrenching back at the neck. Wow. Jack Gallagher slams straight into the cage wall once again. As Dunne now with those big, strong strikes. And has Gallagher been busted open? He has. Just above the eye, Gallagher has been busted open. And now Pete Dunne locking in that submission. I mean, Gallagher is slowly getting back up to his feet and slams Dunne down. Nice headbutt. As Gallagher now raining down the strikes into the face. Gallagher returning back and they get caught of a DDT. And Pete Dunne is dominating this one. It does seem like a matter of time, doesn't it, really? Dunne looking for the strikes once again. Dunne with a boot in the guts. And now in with that X-Plex on Jack Gallagher. And now Dunne once again and going to lock in that triangle choke. And that could be enough. But no. Jack Gallagher still holds on. Big double foot stomp now by Dunne. And now Pete Dunne looking for that bitter end on Jack Gallagher. But Gallagher's still not out. And Gallagher once again now locked into the triangle choke. But again, the match continues. Jack Gallagher now sending Dunne into the corner. If Gallagher wins here, this would be a massive, massive surprise, I must say. Oh, look at that boot in the face. And now Gallagher with a, oh my god, drop kick. That was brutal because his head was caught in between the ropes and the steel cage, that drop kick just slamming the head into the actual steel cage. But Pete Dunne is back up, and once again with that bitter end. And it's still not enough. Jack Gallagher still has a little bit of life left in him. Was that the tap? Yes, it was. I thought I saw the tap at the corner of my eye. And there we go. Pete Dunne has defeated not so gentlemanly Jack Gallagher. And that puts him through to round number 2, where, as we know, he will be taking on Butterbean. This moves Pete Dunne up to plus 14, which is joint 5th with Bret the Hitman Hart. And not so gentlemanly Jack. He is currently going to drop down now to minus 10 in the rankings, which puts him joint 911th. Right, let's move on. And here we go then, match number 3. It's the Cowboys. In a steel cage they stand. In a Bloodsport. Match is where they land. Right, so the winner of this one, of course, again, this is a first round match. The winner will go through to round number 2. Again, the rules quickly, if you weren't paying attention earlier on. This is the new Bloodsport match type-up we're using. Inside a steel cage, you can only win by submission or knockout. No pinfalls, no escape the cage, nothing like that. Oh, my cat's got really long hair on the bottom of her foot. Really long hair. Wonder if she'll let me give her a haircut. Sorry, I got really distracted. I keep getting distracted. I do apologise. So JBL is in control of this match at the moment. Let's have a goosey gander at the old ranking system. Gerbil. So Gerbil is currently on -1, and Stan the Man Hansen is also on -1. Hansen's on -1 from 1 match. This is a second ever match in this universe. Whereas JBL has had 9 matches overall. So he has had more of an opportunity. As JBL in with a spinning neckbreaker on Stan Hansen. Now there's a lot of matches here. We did end up with a 64-man tournament, as well as a 16-woman tournament for this Bloodsport. So there is going to be a hell of a lot of matches to get through. And this is going to probably take us over a couple of weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks or so. So do get ready and sit in for the ride. It's going to be an interesting one. And of course, as people get knocked out, once we get closer to the end and we're into the semis and that sort of stuff, we'll probably start to do a few like exhibition style of these matches maybe. Just pick a few people we want to see more of. As JBL with a jackknife powerbomb on Stan Hansen. Hansen now in with a snap suplex. Hansen now in control. JBL now looking for the strike into the back, but misses. Nice boot in the leg. Nice neck breaker. And a big elbow from JBL, wow. Weren't quite expecting that one. And JBL gets the win. Wow, that's a bit annoying, that, actually. I didn't want JBL to get the win, but there we go. Either way. JBL has got the victory. He was busted open, but able to go the distance and defeat Stan Hansen. And that win is going to put JBL back up to 0 in the rankings. He's back on a neutral, whereas Stan Hansen, Alan Hansen's an old footballer in the UK. Stan Hansen is going to drop himself down to -2. And we're about to move on to our main event. It's time for the main event. And here we go then, our main event of the evening. I say it's the main event of the evening only because it was the 4th match down on my list. That's the reason why. Which does mean, it means the next main event we'll have will be Brock Lesnar versus Moose. That's a pretty damn good main event, isn't it, really? But Marc Mero going up against Haku. Now, Marc Mero, I believe, did have a boxing gimmick in the 90s at one point. But Haku, known quite unanimously around the wrestling world as one of the people you would not want to get on the wrong side of. He is one of the people that would be able to beat the crap out of you no matter what. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. And Haku here locking in with the reverse chin lock. And a massive spine buster there by Marc Mero. Which is an interesting one. Because that could slam the back of your head off the mat and it could really start to send you a bit loopy. Get ready to knock you out. But see the figure 4 leg lock locked in by Mero. Completely reversed as Haku rolled it over, reversing the pressure. Haku now sending Marc Mero into the corner. And now slamming the face of Mero into the top. And Haku going to drop the elbow, I think that was, into the face. It looked like the elbow. And now Haku raining down the strikes once again. Haku in with a, I'm going to say vertical. It was a suplex. It wasn't a vertical suplex. Haku now in with that, looking for the big splash, but not quite. Haku now with the strikes and now has the grip around the throat, but Mero was able to break it free. Now Marc Mero in with a gutbuster. And Mero in with a DDT, slamming the face into the mat once again. And oh, look at that. Big moonsault. Marc Mero now wrenching back at the face of Haku. Big strike in the gut. Mero, big elbow into the face. And now Marc Mero up on the top, landing that massive shooting star. But it's not enough yet to keep him down. Mero really wrenching back at the neck. Haku now once again brings Mero back up, and now Haku takes him. Oh no, trying to take him. Nice dragon screw. Mero fighting back. And now has the... had the arm hooked around the neck of Haku, then pulled him straight down into the neck breaker as Marc Mero once again heading up to the top. And again, looking for the shooting star, but Haku got the knees up. Mero, though, with the clothesline and a second one. Another big clothesline. Haku with a dragon screw. And now wrenching back at the neck of Marc Mero once again. There's the big DDT. Mero looking for that moonsault and hits it. Big boot in the face again. Mero now, gets caught with a big strike in the face. Mero now with the leg hooked over the ropes, big boot into it. And Marc Mero, the longer this one goes, is taking more and more control of this match. Nice gut wrench suplex. And now there is the pinch of the shoulder blade. And again, just working over that arm. It looks like Marc Mero might be working towards that submission the way they're going. But no, he goes in for another big shooting star and gets the win. Gets the victory here. And Marc Mero, I'm surprised to be honest. I thought Haku was going to be a lot better than that, but Marc Mero definitely got the victory there pretty strongly. Marc Mero, so we can find him. He is currently on +1 after 2 matches. This moves him up to +2 after 3 matches. And then we've got Haku, that was it. Not Hakushi, Haku himself. He was on +2. He now drops down to +1. So there we go. Night number 1 of our Bloodsport pay-per-view is behind us. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Of course, if you have, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe as well if you want to see some more. And I will see you all again in the next few days for night number 2. Night 2 will comprise of Oney Lorcan versus Matt Riddle, Samoa Joe versus Tiger Ruas, Kurt Angle versus Danny Burch, and it will be main evented by Brock Lesnar versus Moose.